We're joined by head coach Jennifer Herron, as well as student athletes Julia Piccolino and London Fuller. First things first, ladies, congratulations on a great season. Unfortunately, it's come to an end, but you made it to the Elite Eight, you made it to the NCAA Quarterfinals. Coach, your opening statement on the match.
Yeah, I mean, I'm proud of them. We walked on the court, and I mean, there was definitely a few jitters. You could kind of tell with some little things that weren't clean, but I think that we held strong. I think that we took some gutsy swings at the right time. Probably needed to serve a little bit tougher and some decision making down the stretch. But here's the deal: we were one of 8 still playing, and when we walked off the court, it doesn't negate the fact that we just had an amazing season. And this group of girls is I couldn't be more proud to be their coach.
At one point in the second set, so at the end of the first set,
yep,
both teams were up over 350 hitting,
yeah,
and it only went up in the second set. And it seemed like being in system was really an important part of this match. And what change do you think you saw in West Texas A&M in that second set, that they were able to sort of more consistently halt your team?
So I think that there were some situations where they just made better decisions when they were out of system. That's kind of what it came down to. And I think there were some situations where we were in system, but we knew that their double was going in that direction, and we needed to take just probably a better swing, go high hands. Maybe we were a little trapped. We should have made just different decisions, and things that, perfectly honest, we were able to get away with through a lot of the season. You can't do that at this point in the season. So I think that's kind of where it came down to.
London, it seemed that as the match was going on, or especially early on, though, you played with a lot of emotion. You could tell that there was a lot of, if not desperation, but urgency in your play and what you were bringing to the team. Did you feel some of that emotional impact early on, feeling like you could make a big difference in this match?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, this being in the Elite Eight. I mean, emotions are very high, just because, in your head, it's just in my head, what was going through is my team just made history. We just came to the Elite Eight, something we couldn't do since 2010, and now we're here and we're in front of a huge crowd. So it's we gotta represent. We're in our hometown, but also what was going through my head was just the main thing that we talked about with our team was really just have fun, enjoy the game that you love. So there wasn't really a pressure okay, we gotta come out and show out, but it was more play the game that we know, have fun, enjoy it, because even though this could be our last, or we could be moving on. So it was more about just having fun at this point.
Julia, we've talked, and I've always joked around. I feel like you seem to save it for when the lights are brightest, and it's a really big match. And I thought you played good offensively and defensively. What is it about those big moments that feel like get you charged up a little bit?
I mean, I feel like I'm always charged up every time we step on the court. No, I think I surprised myself a little bit this game. This season has been a struggle with overuse injuries. 5th year, getting old, my body's creaky now, and a lot of the season has just been battling through that to get here. That was the main goal, was to do this in Pittsburgh, in my hometown. This is an absolute dream come true, and it just kind of worked. It worked tonight. I don't really think I did anything differently. I didn't come in with a different mindset, but the universe was on my side, Jesus, whatever it was, my family. I have so many people here supporting me, and I wanted to leave it all out there. If this was my last game, hold nothing back.
Seniors, there's a lot of notes on your resumes, first time since, or first time ever, and it's probably hard to see right now because this is the end, but when you sit back and reflect on this season and your careers, what do you think you're going to come away with?
Value of hard work, grinding.
Yeah. I mean, all the awards, the accolades that we've gotten, I mean, it didn't just come to us. I mean, we've worked our butts off to get here. I mean, sophomore year, and it's where it all started. And what was so funny is, Jules and I and the other seniors, we didn't really get into our spots until we played at Robert Morris. That was the first time where we actually got to see who we were. And then the fact that now we come back in our last year playing in the same gym, it just felt surreal. Where it's just this all is a big old believe like this is where we were
Full
supposed
circle.
to be. Yeah, full circle, like this is where we were supposed to be. And it took a lot of grind, a lot of tears.
But it was all worth it. I wouldn't.
Tears of sadness, tears of joy.
Wouldn't change anything.
But I wouldn't change a
This was
single
so
thing. No.
Coach, how are you going to reflect on this group of seniors?
Just pride, and like she talked about it, growth. It blows my mind, and we talked about it kind of as a team in the locker room, just about how far we've come because of a group of athletes that decided that they just wanted to outwork everybody else, and that group started taking athlete after athlete that came into our program and said, this is the way we're going to do it here. And it's as something as a coach you're always pushing for, but you know, you don't always see that come to fruition, and just to see the absolute like shift because they made the decision that work was what was going to be necessary. So, you know, coming in at 5:30 in the gym isn't for nothing. And they're leaving that legacy with a group of athletes that they've already brought along. Like they've led, they've gained the trust of their teammates, and we've got a really nice group coming back that understand what the expectation is, and it's less work on my part to try to teach that. So, yeah. So just really proud, like overjoyed proud. So.
Thanks so much for your time.
Thanks, you guys.
Congratulations.
Yeah.